Welcome, everybody, and welcome to another podcast episode of the Limitless Podcast. I am your host, Larissa, and today we're going to talk about the topic how to get back into your high vibe energy. So, this is something that I am relating to myself because of certain things happening in my personal life, as a lot of you probably already know. And yeah, lately I've been thinking about, in my personal life about myself and how to get back into my own high vibe energy. And I decided, why not turn this into a podcast episode? Because probably a lot of you are struggling with the same, going from having this drive, having these ideas, working on stuff, being motivated to boom, life happens, things happen and you get stuck. You become stagnant and you are not moving or doing anything in your life because you maybe feel numb or, things happen and you just want to get back into your high vibe energy, get back onto the point that you were before life happened or before this situation happened in your life. So I wrote down some points that, we're going to talk about, in detail about this topic. You know, I'm having my notes in front of me so I don't forget to mention certain things. So let's go. So, first thing that I wrote down is have a bad day. Let yourself grieve, be sad, but not for a long time, not forever. So, this is a good topic. We are being told by, everybody in our society that, even like having depression is bad and is taboo and whatever. And that, we shouldn't be sad, we should be grateful for all the things around us and whatnot. And it's just so fucking toxic. It is so toxic, let me tell you, because it's like, why are we not allowed to have a bad day? Why are we not allowed to grieve? And like, why are we not allowed to, just, be in the moment and let ourselves be sad? And I am giving you this permission. If you feel like you don't have the permission to be sad, you are allowed to be sad. I'm giving you the permission to be sad, to stop for a second and let yourself have a bad day, have a bad, week, or maybe a few bad days, but not let this go on forever. My bad days have turned into like 2 bad weeks, I guess. It kind of happened. It just, it's like the coin that gets started and starts to roll, and I just didn't realize how long this has been because I have felt stuck and stagnant, and I've been stuck in this stress and in this anxiety for so long until today when, or not really today, but in the last, I don't know, few days, that I've been thinking about like how I want to get back to this high vibe energy, but I don't know how. Not that I don't know how, but I'm like, how, like, why can I not get back to this point? Do you know what I mean? And I allowed myself, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I now consciously give myself the permission to be sad or have a bad day and not worry about not getting things done or not going places or whatever. I am giving myself the space and the time to grieve or feel sad or going through the motions. But at a certain point I start realizing things and being like, okay, we cannot go further from this point. So, again, give yourself time and space to be sad and go through the motions and go through the progress of things, through the process of, processing emotions and whatnot. But you have to realize, you have to get to some point and be like, okay, I cannot do this forever because a bad day cannot turn into a bad year. I mean, sometimes it can, but not like, you know, letting ourselves go this far that we waste so much time. And I'm not saying like, oh, so you're telling me that I can not have a bad year. No, I'm not telling you that, but we have to be really, really aware and conscious of how far we let things go, you know, because like I said, we lose time and we lose ourselves for a very long time. And the longer certain things go on, the harder it is to get back. So, yeah, like give yourself a limit, or at least be really, really aware that on some point you cut it off and you're like, okay, we have to stop here. Like, we cannot go on. Now we need a solution, we need an action plan. Let's go on from this point. So, this is the moment where I have the second point written out where it says, where are you at the moment and where do you want to be? So, realizing, okay, so I've been, for example, in my situation, I've been in this situation for 2 weeks. And okay, let me just get rid of my phone because it's vibrating. Okay. So, yeah, like realizing where are you in this moment? Like for me, it was like, okay, so I've been in this moment for like 2 weeks. I've been, stressed. I've been, overthinking. I've been feeling this anxiety. And then, just in the last few days, I was like, okay, I want to get back to where I was before this situation happened, like starting to move, like push myself to do things and to get back into the habit of things and, getting things done and doing my work and whatnot. And then, having a plan, like where do you want to be? And, a good thing that is nice to do is like have a plan for a year or for this year or for the rest of this year, and then have like a 2-year plan or a 2-year vision and like 1-year vision, and then have a 5-year vision and a 10-year vision. So it's nice to put yourself in this situation where you start to like daydream again and plan and be excited and plan out things you want to do and accomplish in whatever time you write down for yourself. So again, realize where you are, what emotions you're going through, what the situation is, and then start having an action plan and actually, starting to move yourself and move into the direction of your vision and where you want to be. Because, like I said, we don't want to stay in this energy forever. We got to start moving because life is moving, things move on. Even if bad things happen, the world is still spinning, so we have to continue too. So be clear about where you are and where you want to go from now on. Third, recognize that you have to change your situation and continue moving forward, as I've mentioned, in your life, and then take one step at a time, one day at a time. So we already mentioned that, recognize that you have to change your situation because we cannot stay in this negative, self-loathing, overthinking, bad, worst scenario case, whatever, forever. We cannot, because like, how can we grow? I mean, we always grow from bad things, from shit going down. We don't grow from amazing situations. I mean, we can also do, but we really just grow and change from failure and from bad situations. But yeah, recognize that you have to change your situation. Definitely, that you have this moment of being like, okay, I have enough. I've had enough, and I have to freaking continue. Okay, this is how it's been. This is my past. This is by now, and I have to change it. I have to continue. I have to move and, move forward with your life because, like I said, the world is spinning. People are living their life, even if you had a bad day or whatever. Or, I'm not, downplaying your situation, even if it was like worst case scenario. Like, I'm not saying that you know, it's not a big problem, okay? Because it probably is. We all have our problems. We're not competing with each other who has the worst problem or whatever. Which, also society has this thing where, oh my god, you have to be grateful. There's people, blah blah blah. There's people like starving. Yeah, I know it's horrible, and I feel really bad that there's even people out in this world starving. But why are we downplaying our problems? Your problem is as important as mine, as everybody else's. We're all on the same level, but we still have to continue. our life, if we want to have a good life and get things done and accomplish things and move on with our plans and whatever we have set in stone, because that's what life is about, growing and continuing to make progress and moving in a certain direction. We cannot just be stagnant and stay in this one spot forever, because life is all about change. And yeah, so but also, as I mentioned, taking one step at a time, one day at a time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to go from, wow, being deadly as depressed to, oh my God, I have $1 million because I just made them like right now, like making €1 million like in 1 second. No, like, taking one step at a time. You don't have to like make a huge to do list with like 10 things on the list and accomplish all of them in like one day or in the time span of, oh my God, what was that? It kind of scared me. Um, it almost sounded like something fell over. Weird. Okay, whatever. Maybe like the universe is like, hell yeah, bitch. It's like confirming, giving me a sign. I'm gonna take it as a sign. But yeah, let's continue. So, I have done that myself, where I put so much on my plate and I thought I'm gonna accomplish, the entire Rome in legit one night, but that's not realistic. That's not how it is. And I have lately started to do this thing where I put like 2 to 3 things per day to do, or like things I want to accomplish, and I feel accomplished when I tick them off. Not like 10 things, and then if I don't get them all done, I'm like fucking angry. It's no, it's toxic, it's not good, and we're not about that life, okay? So yeah, it's completely fine if you do a few things per day or even get one thing done, but just that you start to move into that direction of again of where you were or where you want to be, and not stay in this really negative space, really negative point of your life, but continue moving, going, moving that energy out of your body and getting things done and accomplishing things. And even if it's just getting back to, I don't know, freaking cleaning your space and taking a shower, that's also a step forward. Okay, I'm not talking about huge big leaps into taking huge risks type of deal, but any step forward, one step at a time is completely fine. As long as, we're taking it one day at a time and just, taking small steps turn into huge things, and, you know, just, roll, and the ball gets rolling into bigger things and gets into bigger, accomplishments and things that we can be proud of. Next thing that I wrote is consistency is key. Repeat, fail or fall, and get up. This is also really important. As we get the ball rolling out of this depressive state or this really depressing moment, we have to remember that consistency is key. We have to keep going. We have to repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep going. Even if it's like we have 3 really fucking good days, we're getting things done, but then we have a bad day or something again happens. As long as we keep on going, so repeat, keep going, keep walking, fall or fail or something happens, but then get up and fix our crowns and continue life, because this is what it is all about. Consistency is key. Repeating something, a habit, or is trying to establish a habit, we have to keep repeating it until it's established, and we have to continue doing things and repeating certain tasks to get to a goal or to accomplish whatever we want. So consistency is really important. So if you're like, oh my God, I've done this once, I don't have to work on my mental health anymore, I will have to tell you the truth that this is not how things are. You have to keep doing this over and over and over and over again. And as many times as you fall, you have to get up and fix your crown and continue walking, because that's how it has to be. Fifth on my list says, don't give up even if it gets really difficult. Yeah. So this is a big one. Because that's what she said. I had to. I mean, if you know me, god damn it, I was like holding back myself, but Whatever. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, not giving up, even if things hit the fan, is a big one because a lot of times we just fucking stop. Things happen and we're like, oh my god, and oh my god, and oh my god, and it's completely fine to have, you know, again, you are allowed to have a bad day, a bad week, whatever it is, but you know, we can allow ourselves to, something happens, something fails or goes wrong, that we give ourselves like 30 minutes to cool down and then continue. Because, we cannot give up. We cannot give up on our lives. We cannot give up on our goals and dreams and things we want to accomplish or help people or, I don't know, invent things because the world needs us. And what we have to give and provide to this world is important and we cannot stop. Guys, you cannot stop. You have a value to provide to this world. Whatever it is, it could be inventing stuff, making people laugh, helping people get out of debt or change people's mindset, or even if it's like, I don't know, helping wild animals, rescuing animals, or creating art or something that you love to do, but it helps other people or it makes other people happy, whatever it is. Don't give up, even if shit happens. You can, like I said, stop, be sad, but continue going. Don't give up. Next on my list is one that I've been working on myself is don't be a perfectionist and look how far you have come. Okay. I am a recovering perfectionist, or, as I practice the law of attraction and, trying to not speak things into existence, I would say that I'm not a perfectionist anymore. Okay. But yeah, I've been working on this problem myself. Perfectionism doesn't just show up on like, oh, things have to be in the middle, or wow, even numbers freak me out. But it could be like, even like, trying to recover from whatever has happened. And you go through the cycle of, getting things done, but you don't get everything done. And then you get mad and then you just leave everything behind. That is perfectionism also. Or it could be like, oh, you're working out for 2 weeks straight and then you skip 3 days or a week and then you just give up. That's also a form of perfectionism. So just look at your situation. So if you started to work on your things, or, you have gotten things done today and you haven't done everything from your list, don't be discouraged. Be happy about the things that you have done and don't let perfectionism keep you behind and stop you from the progress you have made, because we have this tendency as humans that we don't look at the bigger picture and at everything that we have accomplished, because we usually have made big steps, big leaps into our lives, and we have made changes and we started to move into a certain direction, or we have changed some things or established new habits or whatever it is, and we take it for granted. We don't look at it because we're like, oh, I haven't done this and blah blah, and we're being so perfectionistic. So do this with me as I've been working on it myself, and just work on letting the perfectionistic self of yourself just go. Let perfectionism go and work on it, and just be like, you know what, even if you work for a week, or it could be working out or working for a week, and then maybe 3 days you have bad days, but then you continue. Don't let that perfectionistic self stop you and be like, okay, well, I didn't work for 3 weeks, I am a failure, or I didn't work out for 3 weeks, 3 days, and you just stop there. Like I said, don't give up and don't let perfectionism stop you from where you want to be. Even if things are not centered, even if things are kind of uneven in numbers and whatever, even if things are not perfect, please don't let it stop you from posting things, accomplishing things, going after what you want. Don't let perfectionistic, but don't let perfectionism stop you from being your best self and accomplishing what you want, definitely. And just look at how far you've come and how you've grown and from how different you are from a year ago, you know? So, the next thing on my list, and it's pretty much the second to last thing, is have fun and do what, have fun and do what you love and enjoy what you're doing. Let out your inner joy, in your inner joy or your inner child. I think I was supposed to write inner child, but okay. Yeah, just have fun. So the next step to getting out of this and getting back into your high vibe energy is to have fun, listen to fun music, do what you love. I don't know, meditate, work out, draw, um, I don't know, play video games with your friends or hang out with your friends or, make music, produce music, sing, dance. Just do what you love the most and just enjoy it fully and feel the love and feel the inner child coming out and feeling the joy and just letting yourselves be in this energy of joy and having this happiness inside of you and just letting your inner child be happy and just do whatever you want. Don't, please don't listen to like depressive music because you feel like this, because we tend to do this. Okay, we like, oh, we don't feel well, we go to fucking emo music. Nothing wrong with emo music, by the way, but let's replace the word with really sad music. Okay, if you're really depressed, don't go into that cycle of what we usually do is like listening to sad music. And I don't know, I mean, if you need a nap, if you really need it, go take a nap, but don't like sleep over your life. Okay, don't like go deeply into this like really depressive hermit mode of like filling up yourself with like the most negative shit or the most negative videos and music and whatever. No, go and do what makes you happy. Like, for example, for me, it would be like, listening to podcasts, to motivational podcasts and videos, doing stuff with my altar that I've now not really built but set up. Like, I have a proper altar now, so I'm really excited. So, like, for example, that has also helped me out with my situation of getting back into my high vibe energy. And, also like, doing things with my plants, because I have become a really huge plant lady. Okay, don't judge me. So, doing work around my plants, taking care of my plants, and, I don't know, doing tarot, getting out my angel or oracle cards and stuff like that, and just letting out my inner child. Like when I'm streaming, for example, and I'm playing games and having fun with my friends, this just fills up that happiness thermometer, I could say, or something, whatever. And it just helps to get back or get to where I want to be. Not get back, not going back into the past and blah blah blah, letting the past go, but getting to that point where I want to be and see myself. So have fun, do what fills you up and makes you happy and fills up your heart and your joy. Feel the love, feel the happiness and joy, and let out that inner child of yours, that inner joy, and just do what really lights you up and makes you happy, because that will help you to get to back to that high vibe energy that you want to be. And the last thing on my list is maintain your inner peace. Keep your thoughts and emotions at bay. So, when you get back to that high vibe energy, obviously you want to upkeep that. You want to stay here. So, we can do certain work when it comes to that. Become aware of our thoughts, filter our thoughts, and be aware of our emotions. Are we trying to fall back into this habit or go back to where we were? And yeah, just be aware of it, because we have to stop any negative emotions or energy or whatever it is, thoughts, we cannot spiral because we are going to go back to the start. I mean, there's nothing wrong with starting over again, over and over and over again. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's okay. It's okay. I've done it before, so it's completely fine. But like I said, we want to maintain this high vibe energy. We want to stay here. So it's nice to also just take out your journal and journal your emotions, and put out any negative thoughts that you have onto paper, so it doesn't stay in your mind. And just like, for example, if you had a conflict or a bad situation, that you just write it out and maybe look at it at different perspectives, write out different perspectives, look at the situation, how is it realistically, how can you change it. And there's many different techniques and things that we can do to upkeep with our mind and our mental health, because it's really important to upkeep with our mental health. Because people think, oh, we can do this blah 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 ritual or this spiritual thing, and oh, I never have to do this ever again. No, like, mental health is hard work. We have to upkeep it. Even like, for example, just throwing this in here, like manifestations, things like this, you have to keep on doing things. You have to repeat it, as I've mentioned before. You cannot just do it once and it's done. So we have to maintain our mental health and work on it. What are our thoughts? What are we thinking of? What are we worried? Get rid of those worries, or those unrealistic things. But generally, I would just say, just get rid of those worries. Mute out your inner voice, that bitch voice. Mute it out. We all have it. Don't listen to it, because it's just trying to stop you from where you want to get in life. So don't listen to it, okay? And just be aware of your emotions. What emotions are you feeling? Do you feel sad? Try to find a reason why you're sad, and try to fix the issue, fix the problem, work on it. Or just, like I said, write it out in your journal and find a root cause of things, so you can feel better. Because guys, there is a way out of all the bad shit, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that there isn't, because there is always an answer to any problem and to any situation. Okay, so if you are in this bad situation, or you're feeling really bad mentally, you will get out of this. Okay, repeat after me. I will get out of this situation. My situation will improve. My thoughts and emotions feel amazing. I am radiant. I am positive. I feel positive. My life is positive. Things are improving. Things will get better. Okay. Just make sure to work on your mental health and to keep a tab open on it. You cannot just let your mind go on autopilot. I will have this topic on the podcast for sure, and to go more into depth about it. But don't let your mind go on autopilot. We have to be aware of what we think of and filter it out. Filter out the bad thoughts, the worries, the scarcity, whatever it is. We have to be aware of things. We have to be aware of our emotions and habits and whatnot. We have to upkeep it if we want to maintain that inner peace that you start to feel after you get to this point of getting back to your high vibe state. Because life still happens, things still go wrong. You feel you have a fight with somebody or whatever it is. You continue life, and life continues, and the universe continues to test you on a day-to-day basis, but you have to upkeep it. And I will mention or talk about many things that I have learned, certain techniques and whatnot. Listen, guys, I've been trying to get back to this point where shit hits the fan and I don't budge. I was on this point before, and I am slowly getting back to it. I am getting back to it, or I am at it. I'm trying to rephrase how I'm saying things. But I will give you all the tea, all the info, all the techniques and everything in the upcoming future podcast too. So don't worry about it. But yeah, just make sure to upkeep and maintain things. Okay, don't spiral into things. If things go wrong, don't spiral. It's not a bad life. Life is not shit. Things happen. You get up, you fix your crown, remember, and you continue with your life. And just make sure that you believe that you can do this. You believe in yourself. You have this hunger for life and growth and your dreams and goals, and you just follow that. Don't follow the negativity. Don't follow that fucking inner bitch voice that wants to keep you down small in this bubble. No, mute that bitch out, give it a name, call it out, and just maintain at where you are. And if something happens, if you get angry, if you get sad, give yourself like 30 minutes to cool down and then get up and continue. Okay, so I really hope that this episode at least helps somebody in any shape or form. I am sending everybody lots of positive energy and lots of love. And whatever you're going through, remember, you will get out of this. And if I've been slowly getting out of my rut, you can too. Okay, so I am wishing everybody a nice morning, rest of your day whenever you're listening to this, and I will see you next time. Love you so freaking much. Bye.